The last time I checked in, probably with any of the YouTube podcast Patreon audience, was when I was headed to Tennessee with you on the Leo and Danny Show Patreon pod. Subscribe, link down below.
Subscribe.
We did a podcast with me on the phone while I was driving out to my court date in Tennessee. I guess I can give a brief update on that really quick. I did it on my personal Patreon, but basically, Leo, well, the judge didn't like me very much in Hawkins County. So I don't know if I told you this, Leo, but when I first was in Hawkins County, when you were there at my initial court appearance after I got arrested in August for impersonating a dental hygienist, the judge was like 40 years old, square jaw, looked like when he was in high school or college. He learned the subtle art of putting his tongue between a woman's legs, you know. He
looked like that kind of guy, absolutely.
He looked like a stud, and he looked like he kind of thought it was funny, our case, and all the inmates liked him. Well, there was a new judge when I got there, Leo, who was another Zin, really, already?
Why not?
Are you even putting him in your lip, or are you just chewing him?
No. Put him right in the lower. I have one in the upper, one in the lower right now.
Wow, you're horseshoeing Zins. That's irresponsible.
Double decker. And I've been smoking a lot of cigars which have a lot of nicotine, so I might have a nicotine addiction. But
yeah, dude, I put one of those Zins in when we were in Vegas before our Vegas show in October, and it felt like a fire ant had made a nest in my lower lip. It hurt so bad I had to take it out.
I know if I don't feel any of that, that's probably that's sort of a nicotine. They got me. They got me.
You.
I know. They got
Leo,
me.
the judge there he's not our guy. He's not the same guy from last time. He's probably 60 or 70, very conservative, and is looking to me like he's not so sure about me, this long-haired California boy. But then, before he hands down the final, the plea bargain was pretty much arranged already. But before he says his final word on the matter, two women from the dental clinic come up and make a statement.
Oh, my God.
And Leo, I remember when we left the courthouse the first time when you were still there with me, this is back in August, we apologized to them. And I felt like we sort of squashed it and said, hey, in the future, I'd like to do some sort of fundraiser. Like, we apologize. We were making fun of big food companies. We weren't trying to degrade the poor or the people that you serve when we were doing this fake dental hygienist bit. I thought they kind of understood, and some of the animosity was removed from the situation. Well, that wasn't the case, Leo. They got up there and, they basically accused me of mocking the court repeatedly in videos. They did bring up the mugshot T-shirt, which, I can't argue with that. I mean, I had to pay for the lawyer fee. It was expensive. Yeah. But, I can't even recall everything they said, but basically they did a hell of a job painting me as the elitist, rich, yuppie California boy who was in Tennessee for no other reason than to film the poor as if they were wildlife on an African safari.
Oh, my God.
And dude, the judge laid it down in a courtroom full of people. There was a fan there too who saw the whole fucking thing. But
oh my God.
The judge yelled at me like I was the biggest piece of shit that he'd had before him in his court in damn near 20 years.
Oh my God, dude.
Were you freezing up a little bit? Are you still there with me, boys?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, that was scary because my biggest fear being out there in Tennessee was that while probation transferred from Tennessee to California, I'm now on probation. The biggest fear was that while it transferred, which can take up to 2 months, I would be stranded, marooned in Eastern Tennessee. And I would have to conduct all of my business and basically live a separate life out there until like the middle of February. A way we worked around that was my attorney was going to see if the judge could sign a work release. And my attorney had drafted that up and requested respectfully that Daniel James Mullen be allowed to leave the state of Tennessee and go home this December. Now, the judge didn't lift that up before the court and rip it in half ceremonially. He didn't do that, but he might as well have.
Oh, God.
That was his attitude toward my work release privileges after what the dental hygienist ladies had said. But after I left the court, I did talk to them again, and we did I reiterated what I just said here, that, hey, I think our cause was understandably misunderstood because we were conducting ourselves like jackasses. And if you didn't know the full intent of the video, it would seem like it was open mockery of the dental clinic. But we kind of worked it out and apologized and agreed again to maybe do something in the future, which I would like to when we go back out to that county. But after spending like 4 or 5 days, I did have to spend 4 or 5 days in Tennessee before my probation was accepted in California and I was able to leave the state. And I spent that time hanging out with good old Trace Cyrus.
Oh, yes. A rock star.
Yes.
All right. Metro station, if you're not aware. And a big fan of this podcast. So he's probably listening right now.
Brother to one Miley Cyrus. Shout out to Trace Cyrus, the man.
That's right. The man. One of the most elite families in America.
Dude, he is the local Nashville pimp, dude. There's no other way to put it.
Wow. Everywhere he goes. He's a big guy, right?
Big guy. Mine and your height. And really cool guy. Like, we hung out for probably, 7 hours. Super dope. It was me, him, and Zacadelic, fan Zach.
What a great night, dude.
That was the squad. And
Trace wrote me, dude, and he said that he is just impressed with the way that you charm the ladies. That's what he told me. Look at that, dude. That must mean a lot, dude, coming from Trace.
This is Sandrine has been trying to work her way back into my life. And I had tried to have Leo explain it to her, and she just wouldn't understand. She was like, Danny, why don't you settle down with me? I get too much fucking pussy, Sandrine. All right?
Yeah, on the Patreon pod, you kept telling her that you are James Buchanan.
I'm a James Buchanan-style bachelor. I can't be shackled.
If you don't know what that means, because I didn't, he's the president that was the only bachelor. He was the only guy that came in without a first lady. Damn.
Now, he didn't get the most pussy. I think that's indisputably Donald J. Trump, but he was a bachelor. And that's the kind of guy I see myself as. And Leo, I think you put it to Sandrine that I've been getting in and out of more holes than a fucking gopher.
That's right, dude.
Sandrine has just got to understand that right now, I'm James, I'm Jimmy B. I'm Jimmy Buchanan. You got to leave me be.
Dude. That's right, dude.
And Trace understands that.
Now, what is the Nashville nightlife like? Is it fun?
I wouldn't know about that because I just hung out at Trace's apartment and enjoyed myself quietly. But, I wasn't too impressed. I stayed in a nice hotel because I thought, hey, I'll make this sort of my vacation. I'm stuck here. Is Rat Dick there?
Oh, yeah, you can tell that he's there.
Yeah, I can see. Leo's giving nonverbal orders.
Oh, Big Che's here, too.
Hell yeah. But this,
all right, sit down, boys. Relax.
We're interesting. But Nashville was nice, Leo. It didn't have the same feel to me, the same magic that like San Francisco has. Sure. But it was cool. My hotel was cool. And let's talk to Che and RDR.
All right,